to the stable shortly. It's not as if you exerted yourself. A slower hack would be hard to find in all of England." The animal snorted and tossed its head, but it couldn't dispute the truth of the matter. Ash shifted his shoulders, trying to ease the kinks out of his back. God, every one of his muscles ached. If only Inigo hadn't pulled up lame. No, it was just as well. If he was going to bring Jess back to the castle, he'd have to take a carriage, and this way he wouldn't be tempted to ride instead of sitting inside with her. He didn't want to spend one more moment astride this bag of bones. The horse found a few blades of grass to nibble, so Ash was confident the animal would stay put for the time being. He climbed the stairs to bang on the front door. Nothing happened. He scowled. The servants either did not expect visitors, or the butler was deaf. Well, he would have a word with Walker, the estate manager, after he spoke to Jess. If he remembered correctly, he was paying for a full staff. He expected anyone working for him to be competent. He tried the latch. The door opened easily. Good God! This was the country, but even so, leaving the door unlocked and unattended was not wise. Perhaps he'd have to make a list of things to discuss with Walker. Sadly, this was what happened when one didn't visit one's estate regularly. He stepped over the threshold. "Hello? Is anyone here?" He heard an odd sort of yelp and some scuffling, and then a large man hurried out from the back of the house, tucking in his shirt tail and fastening his fall as he came. He stopped when he saw Ash, his hands still on his buttons. A slow grin spread across his face. "Well, who do we have here?" His eyes swept Ash from his boots to his head and back. Was the fellow drunk? "Ashton, I've come to see my wife." "Or what?" The man's jaw dropped. He must be a half-wit. It would be just like Jess to insist Walker take on a man who wasn't employable elsewhere. She might lift her skirt for anything in breeches, but she did sincerely care about the less fortunate. Perhaps it was the artist in her. She saw people who were invisible to most everyone else, but she also gave little thought to her own safety. She'd very likely never considered how she'd be at this fellow's mercy if he became violent. Once they came to an agreement about their marriage, he would have to discuss that with her. Perhaps the man could be moved to the fields. At least then he wouldn't have the run of the house. "I'm Lord Ashton." Ash spoke slowly and distinctly, so the fellow could comprehend. "I'm here to see Lady Ashton, your mistress." The man's brows snapped down and he snorted. "And I'm Prinny himself. You have to try harder than that to fool me, my fine fellow. Anyone would tell you Lord Ashton never comes to Blackwhite Manor." The butler, or whatever he was, stepped forward to grab the door. "Now turn yourself around and be off, or I'll help you on your way with my boot." "I am not going anywhere." Ash stood his ground and glared. Good God. He'd never expected to have to prove his identity. "Who is it, Charlie?" Another man, also fiddling with his fall, came up behind the first. Charlie sniffed. "Some scoundrel says he's Lord Ashton, Ralph." He glanced out the door at the broken-down nag and curled his lip. "I don't know what your game is, sirrah, but you won't cousin Charlie Lundquist." Ash clenched his fists, struggling to keep a hold on his temper. This was ridiculous. "I don't say I'm Lord Ashton. I am the Marquis, and if you don't move aside at once, Charlie Lundquist, you will find yourself on your arse next to the poor hack." Charlie was not easily cowed. "Brave words. Now let's see you try." "Charlie." Ralph had been studying Ash. Now his eyes widened, and he grabbed Charlie's arm. "Let go." Charlie tried to shake him off, but Ralph hung on. "Charlie," he hissed. "He does look bloody like the painting in the library." Charlie paused and examined Ash more closely. "I—" "Look at his clothes. They're muddy, but they're quality." Charlie's eyes narrowed. "But the Marquis never visits." "He has now," Ash said. "And I will tell you that you and Mr. Walker will be looking for new positions if this is how matters are handled at Blackwhite Manor." He took a savage sort of satisfaction when Lundquist paled at his use of the estate manager's name. "Now take me to my wife." "Ah."